Hey y'all, how are y'all? Happy Thriving Thursday. Hey Yolanda, hey Reality. How has y'all week been? Let me know. Are y'all being safe with this fire? What is it? Canadian fire, wildfire or something going on? Let me know. Hey Shane, how are you? How are you? Hey Mayao, happy Thriving Thursday. Hey Kayla. Hey Jeremy, how are you? I'm doing okay, Yolanda. I'm trying to stay safe. They saying now to make sure you put your mask and all that stuff on. So, hey, Sid. So we making sure we keep out. They saying put your mask back on. I think they trying to make us go back to mask anyway. You say you can't tell the difference, Kayla? I'm doing okay. Mayo said the air quality was horrible today. Yeah, it was real. It looked like it want to storm now or something, but I guess it's the haze from that. Hey, Gemma. 400 fires? That's why, and that's amazing how it can come from all the way up there down here. That's I mean, it's affecting all the way down to the south. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's crazy. All right, y'all. All right. All right, so let me go ahead and get started. Okay. We are going to talk about leadership and intuition. Okay. So I know a lot of people are saying now with this fire situation that's going on, they're saying like now it's making us go back to wearing a mask. It's going to now raise the numbers up in the hospitals and stuff like that because a lot of people have respiratory issues. So that's like your instinct. A person's instinct is kicking in, saying this is something that just don't seem right. With this whole situation, it's like that fires are so powerful that we're actually feeling the effects all the way here in Baltimore, down in Virginia and Texas and Georgia and all those type of places like that. That's hey Don, that's a big thing. Like, I mean, share any comments in the chat about it. We'll discuss it and see what's going on. How was y'all week? And happy congratulations to the graduates for class of 2023. Hey, Ashala. Oh, I was about to say, I'm like, who is that? Somebody new. All right, so KC, is that somebody new? How are you? All right, so leadership and intuition, y'all. All right, so what does I probably already gave you the definition, but what does intuition mean to you? Okay. Intuition to me, I'm gonna say is just like I just said, when you feel that something is off or something isn't right, or you doing one thing and feel like you should be doing the other. So make sure you definitely put yours what your definition would mean to you. Dawn said, my week has honestly been amazing. I'm done with school and I got to see my singers at prom yesterday. I know that's right, Dawn. I know that's right. I know. So Dawn, you a singer, right? Or are you a junior? Y'all know I'm confused. I can't keep up. Okay, Dawn said intuition to me is a gut thought or feeling that's telling you to pay attention or listen to it. Right, Dawn. And that's the thing. A lot of times we can feel that feeling or something and we tend to ignore it. I don't know why. Oh, you're a rising singer. Okay, Dawn. I know that's right. Year 3 done. I know that's right, Dawn. That time probably, I don't know for y'all, but I know it probably didn't flew for some of y'all. Okay, I don't know for all. So yeah, so that it's like a gut feeling. I'm saying with leadership and intuition that we really use intuition on a daily. When we go outdoor, when we out in the environment, when we at school, when we at college, when we running our businesses, when we just in everyday, life, working with being with our family, being with friends, working with youth or just working with our peers or, all across the board, your intuition always seems to kick in. I don't like the feeling of it, but it does kick in for me. Okay. Any plans, y'all, for the weekend? Let us know. All right. So here we go. Intuition is the ability to understand something immediately without the need for conscious reasoning, immediate cognition or gut feeling, as Dawn was saying, something that you just feeling inside that it just ain't right. Okay. So, do you believe that intuition should be a part of leadership? Share your comments in the in the chat area and let us know. I believe it should, because as a leader, you should be able to determine like when something is off, or when you should make a decision to do something else that you might want to do differently, or just a way, like even with that, it don't have to always be like a bad thing with the gut feeling. It could be that you notice with that you're observing a situation and you notice that hey Cam, and you notice that a person might be a person that can take on little roles to help you out in your leadership positions. Even for when I say leadership, I'm talking about family, a leader in your family, friends, work, business, all the way across the board. You might can delegate some roles and duties and responsibilities to somebody else because your intuition kicks in and says, you know what, this person probably can do these tasks for me, or do these tasks, for the team, or for our group, and our family, our circle of friends. Okay. Dawn said, Jimmy looks at, oh, for real? Oh my gosh. Dawn, you got Jimmy. Is it all right if Dawn send me a picture? Hey, Zion. I don't see nobody. Only person picture I seen was Dawn. I ain't seen nobody else pictures. Is that Antoine? Hey, Antoine. All right. So leadership and intuition. As a leader, we can tend to feel something is not right, or something may be right. We as leaders need this to like determine what decisions should or need to be made. Okay. Oh, I know that's right, Cam. So that's something. So you definitely do need intuition in a leadership position, a leadership role, as part as you being a leader. Okay. Yes. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Dawn said 8 down. Everybody. Oh my God, y'all. Why somebody just had to remind me? Was it Monday? Yeah, June the 5th. They were saying, oh, you just, was it Monday? Yeah, Monday. They were saying that I been out of school for 25 years. I said, ooh, don't tell nobody. I said, oh my God, this is my 25-year anniversary. I was like, that's a long time. That's a long time. Oh, you said they graduating. I know it. Oh God, it's for. Hey Tay, I ain't forget you. I was gonna tell you, I ain't forget you. I gotta send you the email. I haven't forgot you. Hey Em, how are you? Yeah. So, yeah, y'all. I was like 25 years. That's a little bit too long, but I remember that day like it was yesterday. It was a wonderful time back then. But all that time it just don't seem like it's been that long. So yeah. So with leadership, you definitely need intuition. Okay. Oh, congratulations, Tay. Congratulations. Anybody doing anything fun for the going on vacation for your graduation? I know that's right, Tay. Come on now, stepping into the high school now. I know that's right. Dawn said, oh my God. So y'all put it in the chat. Guys, congratulations, Tay. Congratulations to everybody, class of 2023 and all that. You finished the degree, you finished your training, you finished the certificate program, you started that new business, whatever it is that you celebrate, and congratulations to you. Hey Antonio. Reality said I graduated yesterday, and an hour after graduation, I got on the plane. I know reality. You down Atlanta now? I mean, you ain't got to tell nobody because we don't this worldwide. But I mean, if be safe, be safe. So y'all, can anyone give me an example of intuition or when you used it? Okay. If you have an example, definitely, I mean, it could be any example because I know we use it as soon as we walk out the door. You be like saying, if you walk out and it's a group of people standing outside your door, then you say your intuition kicks in and say, okay, is it all right to walk out? Should I wait? Or what? You be like kind of confused. So your intuition say, I don't know if this situation is right. Why is he standing there? So that's like an example I could throw out there. Okay. So make sure you put one. Oh, okay. Okay. Enjoy yourself. Be safe. All right. So this is like an example of intuition could be feeling like a pit is in your stomach when having to make a hard decision. And also, it's not always a bad thing with the intuition. You also can have an idea that come to mind. Okay. Dawn said, I use intuition whenever I'm around a new group of people. As soon as I feel the energy shift or feel some weird tension, I know it's time for me to find people whose energy intermingle with mine. And you right, Dawn. And you right. And then sometimes when we do that intuition kick in, sometimes we can tend to, I know me, and I beat myself up all the time about it. I tend to put like give the person like a benefit of the doubt, but a lot of times your gut feeling, your instinct, your intuition kick in, and it's really telling you the truth, but we tend to ignore it. Okay. And I do it a lot. And then afterwards I'll be like, see, I knew I was feeling something, and it just wasn't right. It just wasn't, the situation just wasn't right. Okay. So yeah, make sure when your intuition, when you're around a group of new people, you're in a different environment. Even with starting a new business, and you're dealing with customers and clients and things like that. Make sure you just kind of observe the situation. All that's in this presentation, because I was like, I never looked at the process of intuition. I just always knew it was a gut feeling that I didn't like, and I was like, I'm feeling like this, and I actually get nervous about it because I don't know what's going to transpire or what's going to come out of this feeling that I have. So but yeah, if the, like Dawn is saying, if the energy ain't right, and you can feel the energy, it's something about it. You can feel the energy is off, the situation ain't right. Maybe I should remove myself from the situation. And I'm telling you, I'm a person that does it all the time. I ignore it. But then when I sit back and I really think about it, I'm like, my gut feeling told me not to do it, or not to be in that situation, or not to be around that group of people or that individual. It been told me, but I ignored it. And then what all it's going to do is hurt yourself. You hurt yourself in the long run. Because if it's a gut feeling, 9 times out of 10, your gut is telling you something ain't right, or you need to make some other type of decisions or other moves, or you might want to get out of the situation immediately. Okay. Zion said, when I feel like it's bad energy, I always distance myself. Yep. Happy Thriving Thursday, Zion. Yep. And that's what you have to do. Distance yourself. I've just learned how to do that. I take a long time to do certain things, y'all. I do. But once you take that, if you got to do that distance equals peace. Okay. Relaxation. And your mindset is different. I had to do that recently, like put a little distance, because it just wasn't right. Okay. It just wasn't right. I knew it wasn't right, and I kept on thinking it's going to change. So additional examples could be, like Dawn was saying, hands on, you feel uncomfortable in a situation or in a particular environment. You may be getting ready to do or make certain move or decisions that seem right or wrong. Okay. You have a feeling that something is not right with a particular individual or group of individuals. In certain situations, you may start to you have symptoms of when your anxiety, as for me, kicks in. You may start to breathe heavy, you sweating, you feeling sick, or you nauseous. I went through that. I don't know about y'all, but I experienced that many times. Being in like the relationship piece, a person can come around me and I'm all right all day. Then when they come around me, I get sick instantly, nauseous, sick, and I say, you know what? Something right there tells me that something ain't right, or the person that did something that they weren't supposed to. I always had that instinct or intuition in me, and I don't know, maybe that. And they say with that, you was born to be a leader when you always have that intuition or that instinct inside of yourself. Never knew that. And Gemma said, my predictions are right. Your predictions are situations. Yeah. Yep. So any questions or concerns, definitely put them in the chat. So leadership and intuition, having intuition is like a valuable skill as a leader. It helps to guide you to make a conscious decision. Leaders do use data and facts as well, but at times intuition is needed to like narrow everything down. So, you might, I'm trying to give an example. of like using the data and facts. Try and give an example. Okay, you may say that your friend has a job, maybe making minimum wage. Okay, you see them out here spending and buying the red bottoms, the Gucci, and all that stuff like that, and you saying to yourself something saying like, I don't know why they spending all this money. Eventually, they're gonna spend all their money. Something gonna come up financially. They're not gonna be able to pay for it because they didn't blew all their money. Okay, and then down the line they come to you and say, hey, I got an eviction notice, I got a BGE turnoff notice. And see, those are the facts that what your gut was telling you was they spending all this money, they're going to wind up into a financial hardship later on down the line. And 9 times out of 10, you were right. Okay. So that's just to give an example of like putting the data with the facts. You know, you have the receipts and all that to show along with your intuition. Okay. Even like, okay, business partners, you may see that your business partner may not be cooperating with the business or doing their share of the business, whereas though you the type to keep your books straight, your receipts in order, your finances in order, and you feeling like something ain't right. This person and went out on board BMW, nice old mansion. They going down to what is it, Maldives, and they going doing all this lavish stuff. But you like something ain't right. I think they're spending the money that we're earning for the business. Kind of find out your business you got to file bankruptcy because they didn't overspend. Just to give an example, okay? So you felt something, you had the data and the receipts to show, okay, they going doing this, they spending all this, making big purchases, and they really like taking from the business, the money that we're making for the business. Not instead of putting it back, investing it back into the business, they're using it to have fun and have a good time, whereas though you are trying to maintain the books and trying to keep the finances and things like that in order. So that's just to give you an example, okay? All right, so intuition and everyday living. I believe we all use intuition. We all have a gut instinct on a daily. We always use it for one to maintain safety, make conscious decisions on a daily. Sometimes we listen to our gut feelings, and other times we'll go against what our mind and body will be trying to tell us. Okay, I'm hoping that one or both are wrong. Are they ever wrong or right? In my case, I feel a lot of times my gut instinct is right. It might not be right. I might feel like it's not right. Or like I said, I want to give the person the benefit of the doubt. But actually, I realized that it's usually my gut is right. It's usually telling me, to do what to do, but I go against it. Okay. And then all I do, like I said, is cause myself a lot of hardship, a lot of pain, a lot of discomfort, unnecessary stress, headaches, obstacles, and all that. So a lot of times you sometimes don't like to really think what you feel and say, I don't really want to think it's like that, but kind of find out, sad to say, it usually is. Okay, our body and our minds be telling us something ain't right, and we go against it. You know, so make sure that, like, they got example, they got they say they have a bear roaming Colombia, Windsor Mill, and all that kind of stuff. So if you see it, your gut may be telling you, I don't know nothing about no bear. When you encounter bear encounters, I don't know what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to run. I mean, I'm probably going to run and scream and get as far as I can. But the bear probably is going to try to attack me. I don't know. But my gut is going to tell me to get away from it as quick and fast as possible. So now, we got the bear roaming through Columbia and Windsor Mill. You got the fire smoke coming in Baltimore, New York, New Jersey, down south. Like, what else is, we getting even to little text messages saying from the mayor and all that to put your mask back on. I'm like, okay, what is going on? You look out there now, it looks like it's going to storm, but it's that smoke in the air. And I'm like, can you imagine what kind of chemicals are in that smoke that can really probably make us sick, y'all, down the line? Be having asbestos and all cancer and everything later down the line when we get up in age. I'm just saying. So we gotta definitely be careful. Yeah, like Gemma said, listen to your body. Antonio said, always listen to your own body language. Yes, and I ignore it. I don't know why. I don't know why I do it. Kayla said, I can't believe they said put your right, Kayla. But Kayla, you got to think about it. Whatever is burning. I mean, it can't just be no normal trees. You know what I'm saying? That it came this far. Like it got to be. It could be all kinds of stuff in that stuff, Kayla. Chemicals. You got buildings and stuff out there. All kind of materials and waste. And I mean, and it's coming all the way down to Baltimore, down south. You know, some people have respiratory issues. They coughing because it's like the soot is in the air, and that's just crazy. Like I'm like, that's amazing how far that is traveling. I'm just saying. Yeah, Dawn. Right. Can you imagine what I mean? Look at how it's affecting us. In Canada, it's like, can they even I don't even think they can breathe. You can't function in it. Like you could New York is orange. You know what I mean? So I'm saying in Canada, what color is it? You know what I mean? I mean, like here, this is stuff you see on a movie, not in real life. Like this is insane. Jayla said, I never thought. Right. Kayla said, I could understand if it was like, right, a fire downtown or something. Because at first, y'all know I wear my glasses and I can't see at night. That's what my thing. I can't see at night. So I thought that when I came out the other day, I said, ooh, I got to let Cam know I must be going blind for real. Because it was like a little hazy to me. And I was like, this is so I said, well, I need to let Cam know, girl. I think I'm going blind for real because I can barely see. But then I noticed like I was having a headache, and I was like, now I know I took me a nap, I ate something, but I was like, oh, okay, I didn't know what it was because I don't really watch a lot of TV, y'all. So I don't even know unless my dad call and tell me what the news is, or like Facebook tell me, or email. Other than that, I don't really look at too much TV. But that's what it was. And it's just amazing. Even like now, it look like it's getting ready to rain, but it's the smoke. And it's steady, like the fires is steady, must be like steady feeding off of each other. So we definitely gotta be careful because we don't know what the world we inhaling inside our bodies and everything. I mean, all kinds of things. Can you imagine if one was here? We got all them chemical plants and all that kind of stuff and oil bases and everything going on, y'all. Amazon warehouses and all kinds of stuff is around. So I don't know what's up in Canada, what kind of buildings, what kind of waste, what kind of things going on. But that's a lot. That's a lot. And that's definitely a lot. Kayla said, I don't watch TV too. I found right on social media. Right, Kayla. I was like, well, I had to believe it because my dad told me. But then I was like, is it that powerful to get here? Like, I'm like, that's amazing. They was like, put your mask back on. I was like, wow, your mask, and you look like you need some eye covering because it even had your eyes burning. And I was like, that's insane. So y'all, so leaders and intuition, as a leader, you know, we have to take our intuition, um, intuition, organization, and those they are like a benefit as a leader. Like it helps you to take more caution and evaluate situations more clearly before making any final decisions or any moves and things like that. So it's definitely a benefit. I know it's a benefit for everybody, even if you're not in a leadership role, to have that intuition. Okay. And we just, like y'all saying, don't ignore it. Your body gonna tell you, and we notice that even when we get sick, we'll know, like, you'll notice that your body goes through a lot of things. You'll say, I must be getting ready to get a cold, or I'm coming down with something. I don't feel right. So that's like your intuition. Your body is telling you, it's giving you signs and symptoms, and we can tend to ignore them. It's like they call the red flags. We ignore them. Okay. And I do it all the time, only to hurt and make yourself discomfort. Okay. So there are 3 levels of intuition in a leadership role. Okay. So the first one would be those who were born with it. I say that this must be my level here. You was born with the leadership gift. You understand people, and you know how to move one person from point A to point B. And people tend to follow these individuals. So you tend to have people follow you as a leader. Okay. Then you have those who nurture it. These individuals take their abilities and they nurture them. They think like a leader and base things on their intuition, and then they have to develop intuition in order to lead. Okay, so they definitely have to like work on their intuition in order to be able to lead, but they have leadership capabilities and different abilities to help them as leaders. Then you have those who will never have it. Okay, some people just not in the leadership in the business to be a leader, and it's okay. It's okay. That's why they have people like me and others that do be in that leadership role. And some people just don't want the responsibility, and I get it. So everyone, is not capable of developing leadership skills and intuition. However, some people don't have a leadership bone in their body, and they may have no, interest in it. And these individuals, they'll be all right as followers. That's fine. They just not in the business of doing it. Dawn said, "Thank you, Dawn. Dawn, I'll be sitting here wrecking my brain, Dawn. Dawn, if you ever get any suggestions, definitely email or send them to me via text." Because I be trying to think of stuff like what I can't never think of nothing, y'all, to the couple days before. Couple days before. So then, y'all, it's 5 areas to develop leadership intuition. At some point in our lives, we all have had a gut feeling and we ignore it. Thank you, Dawn. And we ignore it. We base our decisions and evidence rather than our rather than using our gut instinct. Some of the best leaders have made decisions based on just their intuition. They even backed it up with evidence later, but they went off their gut instinct first. As a leader, you must learn to not only trust your instinct, but obey them as well. And that is what I have to work on. Okay. Listen to your internal voice first. The skills comes with practice and use. So it becomes more reliable for you as a leader. Okay. So definitely make sure you obey it. Make sure you listen to it, because if not, you're going to cause yourself problems later. A lot of times, if I just listen to my gut instinct, I could have saved myself a lot of heartache, pain, and discomfort. Okay. So the first one is to be present. Okay. So this is like Dawn was saying, being with when you walk into a room or being somewhere with a new group of people. Okay. Even a new job, a new school. Y'all, school can ready starting we just getting out, but coming August and September, you can ready go into a new classroom. You might be going to a new school, a new environment, a new neighborhood, starting a new business, working a new job. So you have to, observe your situation that you're walking into. You're going to be a little nervous because this is new to you. Okay. So you have to sometimes being mentally quiet. I'm learning to do that. People will take it kind of like, oh, what they don't want to say now. No, I need to be quiet because I need to have all my senses working. I need to be able to look, see, hear, smell, taste if I have to. I'm just saying, and I need to just mentally be quiet. Observe the environment and the situation. Place yourself mentally and disconnect emotions from the situation. Okay. Because, so I'm gonna use this fire, for example. Soon as you walk out, if you just getting up first thing in the morning, you leaving out your door, you can smell the smoke. It smells like it's burning. It may give you some type of symptoms. Your eyes is burning. You coughing. You feel like you can't breathe. So so you using your senses. You observing the situation, and you have to be careful and take precaution for yourself. Whether you use a mask or put some eye covering on your eyes, and and remove your emotions. We feel sorry for those affected by it up in Canada and Quebec and all of in those areas, but we have to make sure that we make sure we're good as well. Okay. So so those are like being present, like, okay, this is actually happening. Like me and Kayla saying, we can't believe it, but this is actually taking place like right now. Like they said, the big black bears roaming through Windsor Mill area in Columbia. That's happening right now. So you have to be vigilant of your surroundings. You never know when you're walking down the street and a bear's across the street from you. It's like, this is something we never hear of. But they're turning a lot of the trees and the woods down, building these big these home buildings and businesses and things. So the bears have nowhere to go but to come to our backyard. I'm just saying, like, if you think about it, turn down the streets and the highways and byways. So the only place they have to come is in our backyard. Okay. Antonio said, I always feel like Yeah, Antonio, and that's why I try to tell you, I be transparent. Mine need improvement. So don't think that it's just you. I need to use my intuition on other times as well and stop going against it. Okay. Definitely make sure I do I obey mine as well. So an example of being present. Being friends with a particular individual or group of individuals. Sometimes you just have to sit back and observe the situation for what it's worth and say, is this safe? Is it worth it or beneficial? Or is it something I need to walk away from? Remove any emotions and then, be in the present. Okay. We have to, when we being in the present, sometimes you have to remove your emotions out of it just to be able to observe and to look at the situation for what it is. We can't do nothing about the fact that the wildfire is going on, but what we can, far as helping, I don't know if they may start a GoFundMe or something. I don't know. People probably that's into the firefighting positions may go up and try to fight it. I don't know, but right now I have to be concerned about, what's going on right here, right now. And I can't really do anything drastic to change it, but to try to make sure I stay safe, wear my mask, or like they say, try to limit your outdoor activities. Okay. So that's just to give an example of being present. Okay. So the other one is get the whole picture. Okay. Become a detached observer of the situational environment and embrace the big picture. Okay. Like I said, the fire is big, it's huge. Apparently, that is this far down. We have to look at the big picture. Okay, we've never been in a situation like this, but this is something that, hey, just like COVID, we had never experienced it. We got through it. It's some people is affecting the kids where they can't do the field trips now, of course, during graduation season. How ironic and how convenient. Graduation. Thank God prom season is over. And so you see what I mean, y'all? It's just like kind of like give you a think like, like how ironic. Okay, now we're going into the graduation. Prom season has just ended, and now we have these fires that's all the way down affecting here, down the south, further down. And now we have to limit our outdoor activities. So I guess, okay, there's the 4th of July or Juneteenth activities, the Pride activities and all that. So are they going to cancel those? You see what I mean? Like now you want to put us back in the house again. I'm just giving something to think about. Okay. It has me thinking like, So y'all, so recall lessons from the past. Like I said, we went through COVID. So this is something just like anything else we will get through. Okay. You have to look at every different perspective and data. Somebody had made a post on Facebook saying that maybe they trying to boost the far as the insurance part. So a lot of people that have a lot of respiratory issues and dealing with this, that's going to send them to the hospital, and hopefully nobody passes or anything or have any real bad effect behind this wildfire and stuff like that. So, you definitely have to make sure that you keep it safe. Okay. Especially make sure when you come in, maybe bathing, because that stuff is on your skin, washing your clothes, that stuff is on your clothes. I know they said something about closing windows. So, you have to even think about that kind of stuff. And then it says you are beginning to engage in your intelligent memory and others as well when you look at the whole picture. That's why I said you gotta play the whole thing out. So example could be, how a person shows you how they can be, and we seem to overlook things we have encountered with them in the past. We're hoping for different results. However, things seem not to change or they're getting worse. And you as an individual know you need to leave it alone or walk away because they are going to be much, it's not going to be much that's going to change. Okay. So like you got to look at the whole picture. Okay, so then also when you're doing this of trying to develop your intuition as a leader, or as an individual, clarify your intentions. Definitely be clear about your purpose of this, using your intuition. Bring your purpose to the forefront of your mind and use your intentions as a filter by how you observe the situation. And this helps you to focus on what is important for you. So like I said, I can always refer back to this current event here with the fire. The purpose is to be safe. We don't want to be sick or affected by the soot that's in the air. Okay, so that's our intentions. We want to be safe. We don't want to be sick. Okay. So I gave an example here. You tired, for example, you're tired of being treated in a disrespectful or meaningless way. Okay. Especially if you're a person that's always trying to have a person's best interest at heart. However, you as an individual knows that, that you should or need to be, respect, treated with respect, worth, and dignity. If you can't be treated like you deserve, maybe you have to evaluate the situation at hand and make the decision that's best for you, your team, your family, or your group of friends. Okay. So you definitely didn't know what your intentions and what your purpose is. Okay. Engage in your values. Okay. So consciously or unconsciously, all decisions and choices are driven by what we value the most. Okay. So like I said, I keep referring to that fire. We value our life, our family lives, if we have children, grandparents, if you close to, good close friends and your neighborhood, we value our life though. So clearly, you have to think about your values, your principles, and more to rely on your decisions. The decisions you make and the choices that of the selections that you will be making. Okay. Thank you, reality. For example, you as a person, you know what you value. And if no one values you more than yourself, you have to stand for your value and principles for yourself, okay? And or, your team or those that are following you. And don't allow anything or everything to occur that isn't right based on your values and principles. Okay. You value your life. So you got to make sure that you do everything in your power to make sure, that you're safe and that you make it back in safely home to your family, your friends, those type of things, that you make it back to work, you get back into your business, that you make it back to school come in August, to see your friends and stuff like that. So those, you have to think about your values and your principles when you're dealing with intuition. So, when you feel like it's not right, it's normally not right. Okay. You may have to make some, evaluate and do some different moves and different changes. But 9 times out of 10, get away from it. Just to sum it up, y'all, get away from it. Fierce resolve. Okay. So you feel certain, the things you feel are right. You have the ability to trust and execute any choices based on the flash of insight, like by being consistent with your intentions, your words, your actions. Stay the course, as a great leader, do what needs to be done. Okay. The time frame that you need to leave a situation alone or don't do certain things or make a different decision. Think about all those things. Your intuition is telling you your principles, your values, those type of things. An example is sometimes as leaders and or individuals, we have to make some choices that we may feel uncomfortable with. But we have to go with our gut instinct, know our purpose, keep the intentions, the values and principles up front and make the choice. Okay. Like what was designed said, if the energy isn't right, I remove myself. It's uncomfortable because you be like, well, maybe it won't, but 9 times out of 10, remove yourself. Okay. Cause it ain't right. It's just not right at the end of the day. So if anybody can relate or want to share any feedback on those 5 areas, you can. I done shared it with the wildfire, the bear situations and things like that. You can always put it in the chat. All right, so this is like a quote. This comes from the Law of Intuition by John Maxwell. It's like the 8th of the 22 laws of leadership. It says great leaders rely on instinct and leadership bias, noticing things others miss and reading their environments. Okay, so like Dawn was saying, going into a group of people, new people, I don't know them. I'm going to observe it. If it don't seem right, I'm out. Okay, sign same way, energy off, I'm gone. Okay. I'm not going to miss it. I'm going to observe it. And that, your brain kicks in and even if you're not in a leadership role or if you don't choose to be in a leadership role, as a following, I don't like to use the word follower, but a person that's, under the guidance of a leader, then you still have your intuition. You still notice certain things as an individual, because that's just how we are designed. to, our intuition and gut instincts always kick in around the clock. Around mine's drive me insane, y'all. It gave me anxiety behind it. So you can put in the chat, what would that quote mean to you? Of course, I just already told y'all what it meant to me. Like, definitely and if I need to go back to it, let me know, y'all. But definitely make sure you're observing your surroundings. You're listening to your mind, your body, your soul, your spirit, whichever way you want to do it. And if it's some things that need to be done, decisions that need to be made, they're going to be uncomfortable. It's not going to be a good, when you're doing something uncomfortable, it don't feel right. But once you do it and it's over with, you'll say, whew, I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I did that. It was worth me doing it. At first, it was a little turbulence, but I'm glad I got away from it. Okay, just like if you see that black bear out there and you run away from it, and once you get to where you are in a safe zone, you be out of breath, sweating. You might have scraped your knee and everything out trying to get away from it. But at the end, once you get to a sense of safety, you'll say, "Oh, thank God I survived it. I ain't going back that way no more. I don't want no encounters with it." Okay, so that's like giving an example of a situation like that. Once we get past this, with this fire, we'll be glad that it's over. I don't even know how they're going to get it out the air so bad. I guess they're attaching themselves to each other, feeding off each other. And then I don't know what the weather is like in Canada. Anybody know? I don't know if it's cold, hot. So I don't know if it's windy. And and it seems like if we get some rain, isn't it amazing how we in June and it's so cool? Anybody notice that? It's not real hot now. This is just weird to me, y'all. Just the outside environment is weird to me. It really, really is. So, y'all, the importance of the law of intuition. That was the quote I just gave you. Is a leader with intuition, you may be able to recognize when there's a leader on your team, okay, or a leader in your family or your circle of friends. You as a leader can encourage and motivate them in the right ways. Okay, so if you see somebody within your, circle, in your surroundings, your class, on your team and groups and things like that, you can encourage and motivate them if you see them like, hey, you look like you could do this, or you look like you can do that for me. Delegate some tasks to them. Give them something small, see if they can finish that first, and then you may want to start building on that. And with intuition, it may be hard sometimes to grasp it, but don't lose hope. It's a skill that can be learned. And I know everybody has intuition. You just do. You just do. You might not use it, but it's definitely there. So why is intuition essential in leadership? Leading with intuition makes you act and be more quicker and accurate as a leader. As an entrepreneur or business leader, intuition sometimes can be an invaluable skill. I wouldn't say that, but this is what I read, but it is saying that it is invaluable. But however, you can use your data and your facts and those results like align with the evidence and your intuition. Okay, so long as you got something to back it up, I believe intuition is definitely valuable all the way across the board, if you ask me. Having intuition definitely helps you assemble a team, inspire them to work together to find solutions. And the team could be certain people in your family, your group of friends, classmates, when you do group activities, college, friends and things of that sort. And you can recognize when your people are not engaged, or you do something and you have to do something about it. And you use intuition to fix things and get your team back to high performance. Okay. For example, I noticed, and I like to be transparent with my jewelry team, like certain things we not as engaged and with each other as we used to be. So, I noticed that as a leader that some things need to be changed, or I need to sit down and figure out how that we can get back to engaging with each other. Again, we kind of fell off track, but that's life. Sometimes life be life, and people have things that come up. Hey, Talia, people have things that come up. Happy Thriving Thursday. People have things that come up, and things kind of tend to fall by the wayside. Okay, so, and as leaders, we can't beat ourselves up when things don't go right. Sometimes things going to go wrong. Obstacles are going to come up. And it's just, that's what life is for, to go ahead and try your best and do what you can to try to fix them. and get them back on track. Okay. Talia, we talking about leadership and intuition. That's what we saw. If you have anything you want to talk about as far as intuition, gut instinct scenarios, we were talking about the wildfire. We were talking about the black bear that's roaming around in Windsor and Columbia. So if you want to share some, information on any of your intuition or instincts, you definitely can in the chat. So with intuition, you definitely want to, it keeps you aligned. Okay. So as people in general, we all can sense when something, like I said, is off. And however, our minds tell us something is better when we know and feel that it is not. Okay. Follow your intuition. If your intuition tell you something is off, it is, and run. Okay. Get away from it fast. Okay. Get away from it fast. And another example I can say, y'all, and I don't know if any of y'all encountered is, have y'all ever just been walking down the street, right? And a dog encounters comes to you, right? On the same one, I'm gonna say pit bulls. I'm just saying. Doberman pigeons, all them type of the vicious ones now. I ain't talking about the little ones, the little small ones. I'm talking about the vicious ones. And you see the dog coming to you and you walk into the dog. My first intention is to run and jump on top of a car or go somewhere. But they tell you you're not supposed to run. But the gut instinct is saying to me, I don't know if this dog is going to bite or attack me, and I better run. So those are like gut instincts that I know I don't know if anybody else has experienced it, but though that is one that has definitely reality don't laugh at me. That is one that definitely a dog encounter, y'all. I don't know if that thing gonna attack me or bite me. I'm just telling y'all, oh my God. Definitely. And also with intuition, it speeds up your response time. Leading with intuition makes you more, like I said, quicker and accurate. Okay, when Talia said, I'm having a situation like that with one of my friends. She told me something recently and it's making me second guess. And Talia, I can't tell you what to do. I only just to give you a suggestion. A lot of times it do have you to second guess it. And see, Talia, with this presentation, it tells you to go through like use like evidence and data, and sometimes you have to think about the past scenarios and then like put that all together with what you know and what you feeling and what any evidence and facts you have, and 9 times out of 10 you're probably correct on how you're feeling. But that's your friend, and that's what, when we love our friends, we love them dearly, right, wrong, or indifferent, and we will give them the benefit of the doubt. And then down the line, a lot of times we'll give them more. We'll give them lots and lots and multiples of chances. And down the line, we'll say, I knew this a long time ago, but I went on and gave this person the benefit of the doubt, knowing that I felt that this was how it was, and it really was. But I can't tell you what to do to live. But that is just like, they say that gut instinct tell us something is off. It's definitely off. We feel it. So yes, leading with intuition definitely speeds up your response time with things. Dawn said, hey, yo, my heart do be jumping a little bit. Yeah, Dawn. Dawn said, yeah, Dawn. It do, like, things will definitely, you'll get something, whether you sweating, breathing heavy, whatever yours may be. Your body gonna definitely tell you something ain't right. Dawn said, after being bit by a dog once, you never the same. Yeah, Dawn, that happened to me. I was bit by a dog, had to go get them tetanus shots and all that. And ever since then, whenever I see one, I stop and I freeze. It's like I can't even move at that moment. But then once they come to me, I say, "Oh, I gotta take off and run." I'll be on somebody's car. I can't jump the yard because a lot of these dogs now are like horses. They leap the fence, man. I don't know what to do, but I know I'm going to take off running. It tell you not to do it though, because they said a dog can sense fear, and I will be in fear. I'm trying to tell you, I don't fool with them. Nope, and no. So also with intuition, this could be like far as business. It takes you to look, if you have a business or an entrepreneurship role, this has you like to look at your customers or your clients. Okay. We're having intuition. You can use your data, history, analysis, and it tells you a lot about the ideal customer. Right, y'all. I don't fool with them dogs. Mm-mm. They be off the chain nowadays. Them dogs, now them big ones. Sometimes the small ones, but I can really much deal with the small ones. But them big ones, I don't want nothing to do with them. And despite research, we can never know our ideal customer's mind unless you connect with them on a deeper level. So tuition a lot of times brings us closer to our natural intelligence, but we really know and what we tend to ignore. And intuition also brings us access to information that appears from nowhere. Okay, so to live out of nowhere, the intuition has kicked in, and then you sit back and you'll say it'll all start running itself down to you. And I'm saying that from personal experience. Once you really sit still for a minute and really think things through and really run some scenarios back, you'll say, yeah, I believe I believe this is real, the facts. Okay, I'm just saying, give you something to think about. Just give you something to think about. I'm telling you, um, with intuition, you definitely will become a better leader. Go with your gut when you're making the decisions, and it becomes a lot clearer. Intuition definitely allows you to stop second guessing your choices. It gives you a better direction for your team, your family, your friends, etc. Stay true to your vision. Okay, less confusion and more clarity creates a better business or better leader. Okay. Talia said, I'm sitting there thinking, Talia, don't make yourself sick thinking too much now. You're giving it too much thought. Don't give it too much thought. A lot of times, Talia, I'm telling you. You know what to do. So y'all know I love my quotes. So here we go. Here it is. When it comes to being a strong leader, it means that your gut feelings are formed through your life experiences. And if needed, it can be reshaped to help you get ahead. Okay. Here's another one. Intuition is the invisible link between our personal inner world of emotions and thoughts and our outer world connection point through speech and action. So internally, we feel, we know what we should do. Okay. And then we have to take the necessary words or actions to get away from it. Okay. That's my breakdown. They call it attitude reconstruction. And trust your instincts. Intuition doesn't lie. It doesn't lie, even though we want to believe that it does. And I always say, it doesn't lie. For the most important decisions in your life, trust your intuition and then work with everything you have to prove it right. Okay. So a lot of times you don't have to do too much working at it. A lot of times the evidence and the proof is right there. You can use your life experiences. You can use your past experiences. Like Dawn said, Dawn has been bitten by a dog before. So when Dawn sees a dog, Dawn knows I'm not going to take my chances of getting bit again. I'm out. Okay. I'm just, hey, Miss Lee, how are you? And Miss Lee, when I get off, you can always rewatch it too. It stays on here. So happy Thriving Thursday to you. We talking about leadership and intuition, gut instinct and things, like when things ain't feeling right. So if you got any comments or if you want to ask any questions or share some feedback, you definitely can put that in the chat. But thank you for joining us. All right, so with your intuition, so here's a quote here. Are you listening to your intuition? Think of your intuition as being your inner tuition. Okay, it is teaching you from the inside out. That okay, you're welcome. That is where the answers that you're seeking can be found. Okay, Talia, I think we're talking to you on this one. It's called intuition because it's found by looking and tuning in within. Fundamentally, your intuition is turned to the frequency of your higher self. See you, Gemma. Your intuition is the voice of your higher self. However, please don't confuse your intuition for thoughts which are a reflection of your current doubts and fears. Your intuition will speak to you clearly when when you're at peace and leave you feeling empowered. It won't speak to you when you're over analyzing things, Talia. It is more definitely, and it definitely won't speak to you in a fearful what ifs. Okay. So definitely just kind of let it go. See how it play out sometime. But a lot of times it's telling you to go ahead and go with your gut instinct. You're welcome. So y'all follow your intuition. What if I told you that every answer to every question you have is within? What if I told you there is a higher side of you, one that's connected eternally to the universe? What if I told you that this side of yourself has the power to manifest anything you desire? What if I told you that all you have to do is ask? What if I told you what if I told you it would guide you every step of the day by just following your intuition? Okay. See you, Jeremy. Your intuition is a feeling, it's also a belief. It's that Talia said it has to do with plans we made, but now I don't know because how she feels about an individual within those plans. Oh yeah, Talia. And Talia, you want to make sure you have a good time in whatever you do. So if you feel that it's gonna cause some riffraff, then you know what to do, Talia. You know what to do. You know exactly what to do. You know what to do, but you know how we do. We gonna get the doubts and we just hoping that it go the other way, but prayerfully it does. Okay. It's that sense of knowing you experience that often doesn't seem rational. It usually feels like it's coming from your gut, your heart, or somewhere deep down inside that you can't quite pinpoint it, but it feels so right. You can't explain it. It isn't logical. You just know. Okay. Talia, you just know. Okay. So y'all, this is the end of my session. I'm gonna give you time for y'all if you want to ask. We got a few minutes if you want to ask any questions, put any comments down. You definitely can do that as well. Tay, I haven't forgot to send you the email. I know, Antonio. I hope y'all be safe. Y'all definitely make sure y'all mask up. Miss Lee, did the fires get down to where you at? The smoke and haze and all that. I'm not sure if it got down there that far. Let us know, but definitely make sure y'all be safe, be productive. Congratulations to class of 2023. Definitely to live. Think about your situation. We know you're gonna make the right decision, whatever it is, you're gonna make the right decision. And if it don't work out, look, you tried. Okay, it's all right. It's life. That's what happens. We make decisions, and if we make the wrong ones or we make a mistake, we go and fix them, and we know better next time. That's just how we have to put it. But y'all definitely make sure you listen to your intuition, your gut instincts while you out in these streets this week, and furthermore until we see each other next week. Be safe, like I said. Be blessed. Be careful. The bears out there, the smoke is in the air, so y'all make sure. I mean, we already was in a issue anyway. Y'all know how it is when life be life, and so make sure y'all definitely take care of yourself. All right, definitely go out and be a leader, be productive. See you. I'm gonna say Eugene. See you, Antoine. Love y'all. Not so far since I'm keeping a watch out though. I would have. Oh yeah, because you have. Oh yeah, bronchitis. Yeah, any respiratory issue, you definitely have to be safe. You definitely have to be safe. They say any respiratory issues, stay inside. Well, I'm glad it didn't make it that far down because you don't want no parts of it. So love you all. Be safe. Thank you all for joining me. Definitely see y'all next week, the same time, same place, 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Hope y'all enjoy the rest of y'all week. The quotes. Which ones to live? Self-care. Let me make a note. Self-care. You welcome. The self-care notes to live. I know I gotta send it. To live, send me your okay. All right. Talia, send me your email. Wait a minute, I'm gonna put mine back up there. Let me see. Send it to that email there. I know that's right, Antonio. Yes, Miss Lee said send her hearts to everybody. Send her hearts. Yes, be safe, y'all. Talia, make sure you got my email down. Because I got to send it to Tay too. You got it, Talia? Before I get off. Have a wonderful and blessed, safe week, y'all. Love you all. Be blessed, y'all. Okay. All righty. Have a good one.